Hey everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. I'm here for a process video for Spiegel on Scraps using my For the Love of Homemade kits for the month of May. And I'm really excited. So the first thing I went ahead and did was I grabbed this piece of pattern paper. Now that is from Chamel. And I am going to cut it in half because it turns it into a rainbow. And I wasn't exactly even sure where I was going to go with this layout, but I had these scraps on my table, and during my Freeze Friday I had mentioned how I'd really like to get them used up because they're really cute and I don't want to have to put them away when I'm in the middle of packing and then forget about them and not use them. So I left them on my desk really wanting to use them. So I go ahead and cut this one off into the rainbow form. And I'm playing with this other piece of pattern paper, trying to see if it's going to work. I change it out, and this is why it turns into For I Love Homemade Kits, because I'm going to grab the wood grain paper from my kit. And you guys, I used the entire side of the wood grain, and I don't know if I'm proud of myself or shocked or whatever, but I did it. I used the whole side. The back side of it is that beautiful fun pattern. It was from Snow and Kogo from a couple years ago, but I've been hoarding the paper because I wanted to use it. But the wood grain just called to me for this, so I'm going to go ahead and let it be. I also used that clear acrylic thing that says Love This Life. That has also been in my stash forever. So I was really just happy that I got it all used up. I hadn't figured out photos or anything like that, just that I liked the idea of it being a rainbow. And then I cut two of them to see which one I liked better. I do decide, or I even thought about maybe even doing a double rainbow. I'm not going to do that. I do decide to just go ahead and do that, laid it out, and then I'm going to try and figure out my photos. And what I decide to use for my photos in the end are these two photos of Sean and Jackson. Jackson is on Sean's shoulders and they're just kind of being goofy, but they were taken right around the time when we had to start staying home. So this is my very first layout and probably my only large sized layout, I think. I'm not sure how I'm going to be documenting this whole spring, but and I'm just going to simply title it The Spring We Stayed Home, because that's what it is. That is what has happened with our families. I know all of us have had a big change in our lives. And I'm going to pare it down when I get the chance, probably once I move and I have some photos and everything. But with like a Project Life card, not card, but a page protector, like a big 12 by 12 one, with little snippets of what it was like to stay home this spring, because it has definitely been a challenge. I have not worked since the 16th of March, I believe. I think I finally get to go back one day a week starting next week. And Jackson's been out of school, so we've been trying to do some distance learning, which has been a whole whack of crazy. I am not a teacher in the least bit, let's just put it that way. And it's hard to learn from home when you have a child that is so set on routine and a certain way of learning, and then having it to change. But yeah, it's still supposed to be your home, so it's still supposed to be everything all at once. And I know everyone can relate to this because we all went through it the same way. But when you have a child that has certain tendencies, it made it a little bit hard. Thankfully, however, he's only in kindergarten, so it is all going to be just fine. But that is kind of what this is going to be about. And so I'm just going to add a few embellishments here and there, not a bunch. I had a little tag with I think it says Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that little flower. I was trying to get a few pieces used up to help it not be quite so boring, so to speak. So I did grab the sticker sheet from I never can think of her name, Paige Evans. I use her sticker sheet to help kind of lay a few things on, and then you're going to see me come back in the end too and talk about how I added a little bit with some sequins from Spiegel on Scraps to make this a design team layout as well. So I should be back in just a moment for you so you can see all of the finished look at it, and you can see my final thoughts. Okay, Okay, so I finished off my layout with just a couple added little things. I wanted to turn this into a Spiegelman Scraps layout, so I added some really awesome wood veneer. Now these are called Crazy for Love, and they're all different shapes and well, they're all hearts, but they're all different sizes. They are still in the shop, so if you want them, go ahead and purchase them because they will sell out, I'm sure. And then I used the Signs of Spring mix, and I used the yellow, the green, and the pink, and I just used them in the blocks of the rainbow to just give it a nice little pop and add a little something to it. I really feel like it helped take the layout to the next level, so to speak, and I feel like it's just the perfect finishing touches. So if for any reason you are low on sequins, definitely go to the shop. You can use my code at any time. It's Christy15. It will give you a discount. Until the end of the month, there is still a really awesome sale going on, so make sure you go check that out so you can get your hands on some if you need them. And this is my layout for you. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all really soon. Bye.